Hello, today we are going to discuss about the risk management. So here in this we will learn about how to protect our organization from various risks or various threats. So here in this we will learn about the risk management like change in management, the security policies and patching and updating. Then we will learn about the user awareness about these risk management techniques and the trainings. So first of all, we will discuss about the risk management. What is risk management? So here the risk management is a process to deal with attacks that occur in the network. And in IT risk management, it requires companies to plan how to monitor, track and manage security risks, and the type of the risks which are occur in the organizations are intentional and unintentional attacks or disasters such as the earthquake, flood or meteors impact, etc. So these are the risk managements which are the process to deal with the attacks or the threats which are occur in the network or from the inside the network or from outside the network. So here in this, the first is the change in management. The changes which we can create in the management to secure our network from the threats. So the process of creating change in an organization functioning is called change management. So change in management is done in controlled, organized and in a safe way. So these changes are done by the group of people known as the change management team. So here the change in management is done in two ways. The first is strategic level change and the infrastructure level change. So the strategic level change here in this, it is initiated by the management, like the switching all the server from window 8 to window 10, and the infrastructure level changes, it is initiated by department by making request to the change management team. So here in this, the step which dealing with the change in management are the initiation, approval, implementing change and the documentation. So in initiation, here we start the change. So in initiation process, we will request the organization for the particular change and we document the reason for the changes. So the type of changes like configuration change, we have to configure the system to the new configuration, and we have to roll back to the older configuration because new configuration is not creating some problems in the organization. And the impact of the new changes in the organization, like it saves the money or it saves the time or it increases the efficiency. So we have to document the reason of the change. The next is the approval. So we have to deal with the change management team. So here we have to get the approval from them and we have to create the well written change request, and we have to include the change management approval and the funding given by this change management team. So next step, we have to implement the change. So here we have to implement the change or start the change process. So here we have to purchase the required equipment like software, hardware, which creates the changes in the management. The next, in the fourth step, we have to create the documentation. So here this is the last step and we have to document all the configuration we have to change, like the server setting or the router settings, and or we have to change the physical location of the particular device, or we have to add the new devices. So these all we have to document for the future use. So these are the steps involved in the change in management. So the next is the security policy. So here we management creates the policies. So security policies are the written documents that outlines the rules, laws and practice for assessing network. So here the policies are made to protect the IT infrastructure or the organization from the outer access or the outer attacks. So these security policies define what equipment the user can use, how they organize the data, and what action the people take or the organization take to ensure the security of the organization or the company. So these are the written documents which have to sign by the user before using or before assessing the network or the infrastructure of the organization. So here the acceptable use policy, so it include, first of all, it include that organization equipment and data stored in that equipment are under the ownership of that company. So you have to sign the ownership that these equipments and data are the under the authority of the company. The next is network access policy. So it defines who may assess the network and how they assess this network and what they can assess, like they can assess the virtual private network or not, or they can assess the password policy or not. The next, the organization monitors the every device by assessing it anytime. So it means the organization can check any device at any time for by checking it that they are not using it illegally. So next is the no one in the organization can use the company device for breaking laws such as creating malwares, hacking or spamming, etc. So these are the acceptable use policies which have to sign by the user before assessing the infrastructure or network of the organization. The next is the patching and updating. So here a patch is a piece of software which is designed to update a computer program, or it is supporting data to fix or improve it. So it is a supported or a updated data which is used to fix the problem or to improve that problem which is occur in a particular program. So it is a type of software which we installed in our devices to update that application. So these include fixing security threats and other bugs, and with such patches and improving its usability or the performance. So patch management is the process of using a strategy and a plan of what patches should be applied to which system at a specified time. So the type of updates are like operating system update, like we updates our Windows 8 to Windows 10. So it includes some type of securities and the performance of the system. Next is firmware update. So we will also updates the firmware of our mobile systems. The next is the user awareness and the training which is given to the user. So as we know that as end users are the primary source of security problem for the organization, so they have to train the user so they know what to look for and have to act to avoid or reduce the risk of attacks. So the organization provide training to the end user to give them understanding of the following. So first of all, the user have to sign the security policy. So they must read, understand and sign the required security policies before accessing the network. Then they must know about the password skills. So they must know how to create the complex password or how to create the sufficient length password and how to control the passwords access. Then they must know how to make the device secure from external attacks. They must have the knowledge about this and they must know the techniques to deal with these attacks. Then organization also teach user how to recognize and deal with malware attacks. So these are the information which must be given to the user before assessing the network or the network or assessing the infrastructure of the organization. So this is all about risk management. Thank you.